I'm Pep Fernandez with HS Game Time, and the new head coach of the Murrieta Valley football team, Vinny Fazio. And Coach, ironically, when you were coaching at Eisenhower, the last team you faced was the Nighthawks. Now you get to join them.
Yeah, I know firsthand how good they are. I was just so impressed when we went down there and played them with their whole staff, with their athletic administration, with their school administration. We got to meet a bunch of people, and I remember thinking when we were there, man, what a great place this is, what a cool place this is, and I didn't expect to be going back there to interview for a job a couple months later, but what an awesome opportunity. So excited, just working around professionals, and it's really important to them, and I can't wait to get going.
Now you got Eisenhower back to prominence, co-CBL champion last year with Redlands East Valley. CBL is no cakewalk, but now you go to the Southwestern League, which you're going to have to ramp it up even more. I mean, that's a very brutal league with the likes of Vista Murrieta, Chaparral. I could go on and on.
Yeah, it's one of the best leagues in the state. I mean, it's one of the best leagues in the country, really, of top to bottom, good football teams. It's going to be a challenge. It was a challenge in the CBL. I think this takes it up another notch. But at the same time, I think we're going to have increased commitment, through the school. We're going to have increased participation. So I think we're stepping up a weight class, but I think we're gaining some weight too. So I think it's going to be exciting. We know it's going to be a big challenge, especially in this first year, getting off to a late start. We're going to try to keep things as similar for the kids as we can, and make the transition as smooth as possible, and see if we can't get rolling right from the start.
And as you leave Ike, fond memories with the Eagles. I mean, CBL champs. I was there when you guys beat Redlands not too far from here. Just talk about your last season with Eisenhower and being able to win the CBL.
Yeah, it was great. Those kids were great. I do feel bad about the way that shook down. Obviously, that wasn't my intention. But, at some point, I guess things work out for a reason. And even though that wasn't my intention, I think I'm going to end up in the right place. And we ended up in a great place. And so I love those kids. I think they're going to continue to be good. They got a good team back there. We had a great off season. The kids got stronger and faster. And so I think whoever takes over there is going to have a good situation. And I'll always remember them fondly, man. It was a great place. But you know what? You can't live in the past for too long. We're already to work. We're trying to get 6 months of work here done in the next 2 or 3 days. So we're going to get work on hire staff and see how many of the staff members we can kind of keep from there. And I've already had some contacts with some other guys that are interested in maybe coaching. So we're trying to put that together as fast as we can, and we got to hit the ground running. We don't have any choice.
Yeah, it's June 7th already. So what's first? You said, hire some assistants, maybe do some passing, or what's next for you?
Yeah, I think the first thing is going to be to start getting our stuff in as fast as we can. Get with the kids. We're meeting with the kids on Tuesday. So get with the kids, start to get our stuff in. We do want to do some passing stuff, and I've already talked to Coach Walker at Redlands, and so we've got a couple things worked out that we're going to do, but probably won't be until July, because right now we just got to get in and get going. Like I said, I want to try to keep the transition as smooth as possible. They were already doing a bunch of really good things. I mean, this is a team that was 10-2 last year, and their 2 losses were to the finalists in the division. So it's not like we got to go in and revamp a bunch of stuff. We're going to take a lot of the things that they were doing. We're going to add some of the things that we believe in. I always say, people talk about the spread, they're a spread team, and we were a little more condensed, but we did some spread things, and just because you're a spread team doesn't mean you can't be really physical. We believe in physical football, but you can be really physical in the spread. And so, we're going to take a lot of what they were doing. We're going to bring in a little of what we were doing and try to make it as smooth as possible for the kids, and play with a lot of energy, a lot of effort, and hopefully that'll carry us through.
Now, you touched on it. You're taking over for a team that was already great last season, but for Murrieta Valley football fans who are not familiar with Vinny Fazio football, describe your brand of football. You talked about hard hitting, right?
Yeah, we want to be physical. Our goal at Eisenhower when we took over is to be the most physical team in the Citrus Belt League. Our goal at Murrieta Valley is going to be to get as physical as we can, as fast as possible. It's physical football out there. Chaparral is a really physical team. Vista Murrieta, ultra physical team. So you're talking about physical football, but we're going to be physical too. We're going to be tough. We're going to be nasty. We're going to be strong. And just because we're physical doesn't mean we can't also let our playmakers get out in space and do their thing. And I think you can be both of those things. I don't think they're mutually exclusive. We're going to be physical. We're going to be tough. We're going to be nasty. That's a fact. And we're going to start working on that next Tuesday. I mean, that's when we get working on being physical.
All right, get ready for the Southwestern League. Murrieta Valley's new head football coach, Vinny Fazio.